not only are Taylor's fans like in awe of their celebrity, but because as a group, the Swifties, they get like a certain amount of feedback that kind of like fuels that feeling of connection they have with her, right? Like they she leaves them like clues in her songs that they pick up on, right? Like they know, like, I guess it's a thing that they know that she's afraid of sea urchins, which is like an obscure fear. Like, not to make fun of anybody's phobias, but sea urchins? Like, I don't think I've ever seen a sea urchin. Like, how often has Taylor Swift been around sea urchins to, like, develop this fear of them? Random.
Random!
What the f*** is up, internet? Welcome to the channel, where in this video, I'm gonna try to explain why everybody, except for me, is obsessed with this whole Kelce Taylor Swift thing. Like, I'm not an expert, but I did read an article about it. We've all seen the videos and the pictures of Taylor watching the game with Mama Kelce, them walking together after the game but not holding hands, and then after the game we get a picture of them just cruising around Kansas City in Trav's drop top. Like, what's the story behind how that picture got taken? Was the person who took it like just cruising around looking for him? Or was it more of they were at a restaurant, they're scrolling Twitter, they see the Taylors in town, they go out to their car and just the first red light, they just spot them and can't, like, like, what kind of timing? Like, how did that happen? Who are you? Who is the person that took that picture?
Who are you?
But it's been non-stop coverage since Sunday. I mean, you're scrolling and you just can't, like, miss it, right? Like, she's going to the next game. Travis plays coy on his podcast with his brother. They run it out of a hotel and partied with the team after the game. Like, how is any of this any of my business? I just want to scroll the internet and enjoy some laughs and catch a news article here and there, something interesting. And I'm just inundated with Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce information. It's maddening.
It's enough.
For the most part, it's the Swifties who are driving like all of this attention, and no beef. I mean, y'all just love your girl. Like, you look for clues in her music. You go to all of her concerts. Like, but her relationships send y'all into overdrive. And I mean, I've never experienced that kind of fandom where I've been like, oh my God, who is like. I guess the biggest idol I had growing up was probably Michael Jordan. I mean, that's aging myself. But I never gave a fuck about who he was fucking. Swifties love Taylor Swift so much that they like feel protective of her. Experts call this the result of a parasocial relationship.
Parasocial relationships are one-sided relationships where one person extends emotional energy, interest and time, and the other party, the persona, is completely unaware of the other's existence.
Completely unaware of their existence. Which, look, Taylor Swift is very aware of the Swifties, like, you know, as a group, but she probably doesn't know very many of them individually. I mean, there was that one video that came out where this Swiftie, she's probably aware of this lady now because this video kind of blew up. But this chick went on a rant about, like, Travis is gross, but Taylor is into it, so Travis Kelce must have good dick game. Like, I mean, that had to cross. Somebody had to send that shit to her.
Loved all that corny bullshit. He's so gross. I have no interest in him. She's with Donna Kelce. Everything about this I hate, but she seems to love it. I don't know. She seems to love it. She's having a good time. What a betrayal for the Eagles, by the way. She's an Eagles fan. She sings about Eagles t-shirts in her songs, but she's doing this. And I'm not shit on Taylor right now. I'm just saying that I think she's a little dick struck, okay? Maybe Travis is a dick like that, because you don't betray your team and then get, in a Chiefs jersey and jump up and down in a booth with his mom if his dick's not that good. So he must, despite how vile and so embarrassingly lame he seems, he must have that good dick game. So good for her.
Fan culture has just taken this crazy step forward where, like, you can't just be a fan, you have to be, like, committed and devoted, like, curious about this person's day-to-day life, the celebrity's day-to-day life and their relationships and all that. I mean, if Taylor Swift wasn't a celebrity and she was just a woman, and people, like, gangs of people are checking her, like, socials and, like, trying to figure out who's a relationship she's in and, like, taking pictures of her and, like, trying to, like, that's, like, some stalker stuff. Like, because she's a celebrity, it's not weird, but it should be weird.
Creepy!
But some of the undertones of, like, Taylor's early breakups have led, like, Swifties to being defensive, like you would with a friend, you know what I mean? Or, like, a family member. But, like, so they jump to her defense anytime she's criticized, and they loudly, like, celebrate her wins. And that feels like fandom. So I think there's, like, a crossover there, because, like, football, that's how football fans are. Like, we stick up for our team when they suck. I'm a Giants fan. My team hasn't been that good. They did win a playoff game last year that everybody seems to forget about, but they're not that good right now. And when they win, like I just said, they won a playoff game last year. You're like, when people criticize your shit, your team, your celebrity, the person that you're stalking, you know what I mean? You feel like you have to defend it. And so, like, in this situation, like, I can feel like there's an anxiety. Like I said, that the woman that was talking about Travis's dick game. Like, they think that because he's, like, a sports guy or a jock, that they're gonna hurt their girl. And so there's, like, this anxiety, but they're excited about it because it's like worlds colliding. Not only are Taylor's fans, like, in awe of their celebrity, but because as a group, the Swifties, they get, like, a certain amount of feedback that kind of, like, fuels that feeling of connection they have with her, right? Like, she leaves them, like, clues in her songs that they pick up on, right? Like, they know, like, I guess it's a thing that they know that she's afraid of sea urchins, which is, like, an obscure fear. Like, not to make fun of anybody's phobias, but sea urchins? Like, I don't think I've ever seen a sea urchin. Like, how often has Taylor Swift been around sea urchins to, like, develop this fear of them? It's random. Some Taylor Swift fans have, like, dug into the lyrics of her music so much that they're convinced that she's a lesbian, right? Like, and so they go to the point where they, like, publicly make fun of her, like, relationships, which is just like, I don't know, it sounds kind of like, why would you assume that somebody was a like, what about Taylor Swift? Like, I think Taylor Swift would be, like, an attractive lesbian. So maybe it's, like, this wishful thinking / jealousy thing. Like, is there, like, a different, I mean, are these people on a different level of their obsession where they're, like, you know what I mean? It's not just they love her music or whatever, they want to sleep with her? Crazy. That's stalker stuff.
Get your shit together.
We can't escape this story because the Swifties can't get enough of it. And there's such a big, massive group of people that everyone from the media to shit posters are trying to get their share of the clicks, right? Like, even shitty YouTubers like me are trying to take a swing at it. You know what I mean? I'm just like, I feel like it's just like the worlds collide thing. Like, you see this every now and then. Like, remember, it was kind of a big deal when Whitney Houston first got with Bobby Brown. That's probably a bad example. I don't like, just the wholesome sweetheart, and then like it's fucking Christmas movie or something. Like, I mean, I feel like there's, like, a nostalgic thing component to it where people are just like, this feels like natural, it feels comfortable. But there's like people, like I said, the Swifties, they're a little anxious because they're a little like, you know, you guys, Travis Kelce's exes coming out saying, oh, he's unfaithful and stuff like that. Like, I don't know Travis Kelce, I don't know Taylor Swift, and I don't really care about their relationship all that much. I mean, it's funny to laugh about. All the memes are great, but like, I just want to scroll. I just want to scroll through Twitter or X. I want to scroll through Reddit without just being bombarded with this relationship that has no effect on my life. Like, one way or the other, if they stay together, you know what I mean? You have like Bill Belichick commented on this relationship. Like, this is like, this guy didn't talk about anything. He didn't even talk about his players in his team, let alone another player's relationship. It's so bizarre. It's just got a stranglehold on everybody, and I would like it to end. But what do I know? I'd love to know what you think about this whole situation. Just throw it down in the comments. But yeah, that's all I got for now. I'll catch you on the next one. Later.